through a lot of trauma, it's really hard to trust your body. It's really hard to trust what you think. It's really hard to trust yourself. And that makes the world kind of feel crazy because you also can't trust people, right? Because trauma. And I've been on this journey of reconnecting with myself and reconnecting with my body and reconnecting with feelings and being able to trust myself. I believe in God. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in people who claim to know Jesus and then claim and throw out hate and degradation because it didn't resemble him at all. So I don't agree with that. I say all that to give the baseline of in this and reconnecting to myself is also an effort to bridge the gap because there's a lot of anger and a lot of hurt at why these things happened, why I was the way I was, why I let things be the way they were, why he, they, whatever pronoun you want to use for God, let it happen. And I don't have answers. I do have a belief that I have chosen to believe, which is that I don't know why or how, but everything that I have done and gone through is in some way connecting dots to a life that benefits and builds to a future. This belief has allowed me to be able to view God as a loving God, despite that being something that I really struggle with. So part of this journey of reconnecting to my gut is an effort to reconnect to God with that. So a lot of times I was taught prayer was just giving a list of needs, just, can I have this? Oh, I'm sorry about that kind of thing. And what I've been learning, prayer is a lot more of just asking a question and leaving room for an answer to happen, which may sound like crazy. And literally it did sound like crazy until I started getting answers. And how that happened and started for me is literally I used the basic idea of meditation, sitting in silence and just allowing my mind be my mind, and it's okay, but ask questions. And then you start noticing when, and almost like if you talk to yourself, which is as a person I do, I've got people who are angry at other people and sad at other people. And if you ever do part work, that's what I'm talking about. But as I sat there and would ask questions like a prayer to God, I started getting answers. And no, I'm not saying to speak definitively like I can say God said these things, because I still have questions. Literally one of the main questions I continuously ask is, how do I know this is you and not just part of my brain talking to my other part of my brain? Anyway, all that to say that I sat there and I've been trying to follow my gut intuition on things because I have found that I believe that is connected to what God has for me. Take that with whatever you salt grains of nest that you want. Tonight, I felt at peace about the idea of watching the last episode of Chosen, which I have honestly been avoiding. I avoided watching Chosen for forever because people kept telling me to do it, and I was just like, I don't like Christian movie TV shows. They're always terrible, acted poorly, written poorly, whatever. And I started watching it, and I have enjoyed this TV show. So if you're a person who doesn't like otherwise, on board. Not a part of the story, but it is a part of the story. So I sat down and I watched The Last Chosen, and it literally starts off with a speech about faith of a mustard seed. And one of the questions that I have for God is, why is this journey? Most of my life has been anything but easy. And it's been hard. It's been long. And I just want to be better, to have it move faster, any of those things. And part of it is, do I not have enough faith? And in it, he just talks about, he's talking to the 3,000 same as scripture. It says, it's not about the size of your faith. It's about who your faith is in, which was exactly what I needed to hear and be reminded of. I've heard that story so many times, but it has been brought into my life in this way, in a way that I could hear it again. So if you're sitting there having an arduous relationship, one, I suggest just asking and leaving a lot of room for silence. And when I say a lot of room, I mean it's been 4 months of me sitting there giving silence and hearing nothing. But I kept going. And now I'm hitting answers. So it may not happen immediately, but it will happen. And two, it isn't about you being anything. It's about you just giving yourself over to him, who is everything. I don't have to be anything. I don't have to get better. I don't have to look prettier. I don't have to anything. I don't need a gigantic amount of faith. I just need to remember who my faith is in. So if you've had kind of crappy life and you're struggling through things, you could follow along with my journey. But mostly I hope this was any kind of encouragement. And also kind of a plug for it's been a sap for my soul to watch Chosen, though some episodes have been really hard. Anyway, Weepy Miss is done now. I hope your day is amazing.